scrap, wants four. Ace, two, 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 scrap, wants four. Scrap, wants four. Who wants the hard four? Five wants four.
Check me out, y'all.
Nine a winner, got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Nine a winner, got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Four, and he made it the hard way. Hey, the front line takes the hard. We have a shooter and a good one. Coming out for a new point. Get your bets down, ladies and gentlemen. He's a rolling point is nine. Place nine. Place nine. Eight shooting for nine. Five shooting for nine. He's a rolling point is nine. Place nine. Eight shooting for nine. Five shooting for nine. Who wants to come? Six to point.
Check me out, y'all.
Nine a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Nine a winner. Got a hot hand. Place your bets. Place your bets. Who wants to come? Six to point. Who wants to come? Six to point. Place your bets, ladies and gentlemen.
So funky. So funky.
Check me out, y'all.
Eight shooting for nine. Five shooting for nine. He's a rolling point is nine. Place nine. Eight shooting for nine. Five shooting for nine. Who wants to come?
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the morning shift of the Spacer Fast Tales tournament. We have Deku versus Foxbit here, and I'm here with Black Doom.
Alright, guys.
Yeah, I think this is gonna be a really cool match. I've seen some really good gameplay from both of these runners here throughout the tournament so far. I think they have some different approaches in various of the stages, so it's going to be interesting to see how this race develops.
Yeah, it's a really interesting match here because, obviously, we all know Deku, who is incredibly good at just, picking up a game and getting really, really good at it. And then we have Foxbeat, who I've not heard of up until this tournament. And, Foxbeat's debut on this tournament is, really one of the most pleasant surprises of this tournament, really. The gameplay really speaks for itself.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've seen some really strong matches here from both of these guys. So yeah, I believe there is some difference in strats. Last time I've seen Deku play, he did not go for Ice Cap Skip, for example, but Deku does go for Fast Walker, so I've heard. I'm not sure. Foxbit, I am not sure. I think Foxbit does. I think last time I've seen Foxbit play, he was really consistent at the Ice Cap Skip. And perhaps even the Egg Hornet. I'm not sure, honestly. I've seen a lot of matches recently, and they might be blending together in my head, but I think I've seen some really consistent, important tricks from Foxbit here recently.
Yeah, that's true. One cycle, the first clip in Ice Cap, all the good stuff.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah,
is
we're
Deku
having.
so zoomed out? So Deku is playing in 16:9, which makes the the menu appear a little smaller than usual.
It is just dependent on resolution and various and like HUD scaling settings, how big the menu appears in game. So Deku does, I think, then play on a high resolution with no HUD scaling. I think is what's going on here.
Yep.
All right, we are entering the first hurdle here.
I don't actually think I've ever seen any of Deku's gameplay in this tournament, so I'm very curious to see it.
Ooh.
Very solid one cycle there.
Oh, Foxbit slips
God,
up on the third hit. Okay. So we have an early lead from Deku.
And unfortunately, Foxbit got the slower 2 cycle.
Yeah.
But it's absolutely not the end of the world just yet. It's really the first major obstacle.
Yeah, and again, from what I remember, I do think Foxbit is going for more strats. So he definitely has a chance to catch up to Deku on quite a few occasions. Whereas Deku pretty much has to rely on his consistency for many of those sections.
Yeah, for sure, but let me tell you, Deku is hella consistent.
Absolutely, yeah. So Casino, here we have another route diversion. I think Deku just goes straight. Yep. Okay, going for fan clip. Yeah, the two different clips you do here only 1 or 2 seconds difference, if even that. No big
That
deal.
was really clean.
Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, if you are not confident on setting up the this clip that Foxbit is doing, oh,
A little clip
okay,
up there.
now we're going for the fan as well here. But yeah, if you're not confident on setting up the vent clip quickly, you are generally better off just going straight for the fan. Ooh,
Deku,
no!
no,
Oh,
no, no,
sudden
no, no.
death!
Oop, oop.
Save! Let's go! What?
I've never seen that. What? That is crazy.
No! The out of bounds collision on this section is so weird. You have to be really careful there. That was wonderful. Okay, let's see if Foxbit is getting through here cleaner. Unfortunately,
Oh,
not.
what? Can try though. Let's go.
Yeah. Deku going for inbounds, skipless, the good old reliable. You know, Foxbit I expect to see at least an attempt at the first clip. So there's a good chance of saving some time here over Deku.
Okay, let's see here.
Very
Very
nice. Ooh, and Deku misses the first super jump. That is huge for Foxbit. This first super jump, while generally not being considered a major skip because you spend all your time inbounds of the level, it is I feel like about as impactful as getting the first clip, and especially with Deku who goes for less strats, it's very important that he does nail the strats that he goes for. So that is a huge opportunity for Foxbit here on catching up. And as it looks like he already did catch up, I think Foxbit is slightly ahead now with taking Deku's slightly faster frame rate into account.
Yeah, I want to say by about like 5-ish seconds, 4 seconds, something like that. Closer to 3 seconds actually, but yeah. Foxbit missed the second. Foxbit doesn't go for the second skip usually, from what I've seen. So it's not that he missed it; it's rather that he just didn't go for it.
Yeah, the second clip is saves much less time than the first one and is also much more risky. So that was weird. We're having some collision jank this match. Wow. And yeah, Foxbit now leading by 3 seconds.
Oh man, we're
No.
here for-
Okay. Okay, I get so confused sometimes between the different sections of the story here, whether to go left or to go right.
Directions are so confusing.
Yeah, especially I recall this like in the first match I did for this tournament. I went like the wrong way every time pretty much and took a moment to realize where to go. Alright, we are in Sandhill now. I think both got a pretty good clip from what I've seen.
Yeah, I believe it was first try for both of our runners here.
Deku having some trouble with the collision here. At least making it to the end. That looks like a 45 if I see that correctly. So again, a little bit of chance here for Foxbit to build up to build up the lead more. Yeah, that looked like a really good... We don't have the timer on Foxbit's side here for Santel, but you get an additional 1.5 seconds of lead here.
Man, this thing really is huge.
Right, let's see how Skydeck goes for these two runners.
Yes, SkyDeck is kind of a scary stage because like you literally like fly over every single checkpoint in the level,
Yeah,
and there is not too much to the stage, but you know every single mistake can be a very costly one.
that was an extremely clean Skydeck from Deku. Foxbit also looking good. I think Fox lost a little bit of time here at the beginning section, but overall still really solid. But
Oh,
Deku is definitely
that was
clawing
scary.
back like 1 or 2 seconds here, I think.
I'm not sure. I was looking at the timer, but we're gonna find out. Yep. At
Yeah, the
1.3
race
seconds.
remains very close. Love to see it.
Absolutely.
Nice landing on the antenna from Deku here. Foxbit also looking solid in his traversing of the speed highway. What a weird way to phrase that. Missing the
Keep it
antenna.
reversing. Oh,
No!
no,
I missed it!
no.
What happened? I was looking at...
Tragedy died right before the last platform.
Oh, was it...
thing.
Did he come out of the ring and didn't make it to the platform?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
That
And
is
did
so
Deku
annoying.
die? Wait, Deku also died?
Oh,
Ooh.
Deku... It looked like Deku was having a good start of the Echo Walker, and then I got distracted by Foxbit's death, so... yeah, we'll see. I feel like Foxbit's death is probably more costly at the end of Speed Highway with a good 50 seconds here. But Deku also having taken a death apparently, which I completely missed, definitely keeps him in reach there.
Okay, there we go. Foxbit reached the end of the stage, but at what cost?
At what cost? Okay, we have 12 minutes flat, almost to the frame from Deku. And Foxbit looking like about 20 to 30 seconds behind, maybe. Depending on how this Egg-Walker goes. Also going for really nice fast hits here. Yeah, it's looking like a solid Egg-Walker here from Foxbit. And yeah, we are out with about 21 second difference. Okay, so we'll see how this carries over to the next 2 laps. Deku having to restart the game, not sure what happened there, but...
Yeah, that lap 1 was something.
Deku
Yeah.
is having speedrun mod installed, so he should have the correct camera right away. So he should be good in that regard, I suppose. Unless he doesn't have that setting on, but... Okay, no, he does. We're good. Very nice setup on the clip for Foxbit here. Pretty good sewer movement from Deku as well. Alright, let's see if Foxbit can take some of Deku's lead back here. Oh yeah, that was another missed input there, unfortunately, again, after the second hit. Deku getting a quick 1 cycle though. Okay, yeah. He's building up his lead now. This should be at about 40 seconds now. This is gonna be tough to make a comeback for Foxbit. But, depending on how he plays his ice caps, he can certainly do it. It's just gonna be hard.
So can we appreciate Deku staying true to the cursor game? Oh, never mind. It's gone. Oh. Okay. Let me do a little stuff to me on Foxes, and seems like we're good.
Deku once again just going straight for the fan. Struggling a little bit with the lineup here. Making it through eventually. I think that's a 14, so that should be beatable for Foxbit here. Very nice. That should be at least like a 12, if not 11. Oh, a 10 even.
10.
Wow, okay.
Wow.
That is quick, yeah. Nice.
Okay, I see. Okay.
Let's see if it goes as well as last time. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Deku
We're
made it
good.
again. Yeah, you definitely wanna like go into the side of the cave and not try to enter from top, because at the top is like a lot of weird jank going on. You don't want to go near that.
I can try for Foxbit.
Okay, second try, nice, yeah.
There is a decent opportunity for Foxbit, yep.
Very
To
nice.
catch up.
Deku again missing the super jump. This is huge for Foxbit. If he gets this here, he should be back in reach. Oh no, also missing it. That is unfortunate. Going for second clip though. Oh no, way too far right. That wasn't even close. But on the plus side, if you miss it by that much, you're not running the risk of clipping with too little speed and not making it. So that is better than some of the alternatives, I suppose.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think Foxbit knows that he's gonna have to play some risks here now to be able to catch back up to Deku. Oh, that is unfortunate. Yeah. Fox should gain a bit of time here. He did not. Oh, okay.
Wow.
Well, that is unfortunate for Foxbit. That was his ice cap clip second try, or was there what was going on there?
Yeah, the key skip was second try.
Oh yeah, right. The clip in. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Forgot about that. No, I think you're good, Drywall. That does check out. I've just forgot about the Hub World clip. Shoutouts to Drywall, our pace keeper this match.
Indeed. Shoutouts to Drywall.
Very nice clip here into Santa from Foxbit. Really quick setup, really quick clip. You'll love to see it. Now, can he follow that up with a clean Sandhill? And how is the ending gonna look like for Deku? I think he was bouncing around a little bit on the last run. But this looks fantastic.
Extremely clean Sandhill from Deku, like...
Yeah, low 41. That is a very solid time. We are racing a mod of Sonic Adventure DX called Fast SADX, so that is why the tournament is called Fast Tails Tournament, and that is a mod that skips Chaos 4 and Sky Chase, simply just because they're pretty boring, especially when you have to play and watch the story many times back to back, and that just allows the run to be a lot more quicker paced than having to sit through over 7 minutes of essentially just an auto-scroller every run. So yeah, this is a mod, but yeah, makes us, at least for the tournament here, a lot more fun to watch. Yeah, the mod also works for Sonic Story and Knuckles Story. Though for Knuckles Story, obviously, all that's skipped is Chaos 4, but it does work, and we do have leaderboards for it. But yeah, Fast Tails is definitely the most popular category in that mod.
It makes perfect sense, because, like, it takes away, like, 40% of his story.
Yeah.
Where you do absolutely nothing, pretty much. So, yeah.
Deku had a really clean sky deck. He just lost a little bit of time there at the capsule at the end. We'll see if Foxbit can follow that up. He already lost a little bit of speed in the tunnel here, but if he makes the rest well, it looks good. It looks good. Oh, the pillar. Yeah, we're gonna have to take the backup cylinder here. Okay. Making it through, making it through.
"45-second difference is quite a lot."
That is quite a lot, but still within a range that can be turned around in just one race if things go extremely well for Foxbit or extremely badly for Deku, so it's still up in the air how this is going to turn out. But it is quite an uphill battle for Foxbit here. We hope he can make some of it back. I don't wish anything bad on Deku, but we do love seeing a close race. So I hope Foxbit can make up some time over the last lap.
Yeah, it's true. We do love a good park attack here. You know, nice little swing, maybe.
Bit of a weird beginning to the boss fight from Deku here. Let's hope Foxbit makes it this time. Okay, we're good. Nice clean sub 50 speed highway. Deku now on the last hit of Backwalker. And Deku is through with 11-11. Very solid time.
36
And
is definitely solid.
yeah, and Foxbit looking like a good beginning to Backwalker here. Hope he can finish it out like that. And a 42, very nice here from Foxbit. Alright, we are now getting into lap 3. Once again, the very big hurdle of Egg Hornet is coming up. Deku so far has gotten one cycle both times, so we'll see if he can do a 3 out of 3.
Okay.
And he gets
Very,
it.
very nice.
Well, Deku is not leaving much room here for Foxbit. This is gonna make it very difficult.
Yeah, Eggwalker is definitely, you know, one of the biggest things in terms of, you know, having some room to catch up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Once
not
again.
enough.
No, and death! Oh,
That
no!
might be. I hate to say it, but unfortunately, that might be it.
Yeah, that is really rough. You hate to see it, man. That's brutal.
Ooh, not sure how that even happened.
Yeah, it's just not working with the jump cancels. Yeah, sometimes you just have those days where this trick just doesn't work. Your fingers just don't want to cooperate and press the buttons correctly. That's what
Oh, it
looks
seems
like is
like
happening for Foxbit here.
yeah, it seems like Foxbit had some controller issues.
Oh? Really? Oh.
Yeah, I said so in the chat, so
Hmm.
that was quite an unfortunate moment to have them, you know, flying over a death plane.
That was a beautiful ice key skip from Deku. Just taking a little bit of a bath and we are off into ice cap. Yeah, Deku now leading with 1.5 minutes. Unless there's
Ooh.
like a major death here on Deku's side, which even dying at the end of Speed Highway is not gonna be that much. And I don't see a scenario where he could die in Ice Cap, so Deku is pretty much, he just has to play conservatively and just try to, get through the story as reliably as possible. If he does not have any massive explosions here, he should have this.
Nice.
Very
nice.
very nice super jump, yeah. The ice cube skip. That clip gets everyone from time to time. It seems pretty straightforward until it's not.
Oh, Knuckles. Oh, Foggy Beat missed the first clip. That is not looking good.
And just opting to continue on now, which is fair enough. Yeah, it's not been a very good match here for Fox, but like it started out like in the first lap. It was very promising and it was a super close race, and Foxbit clearly showed here how strong of an opponent he is, but you just sometimes just stuff doesn't work out, and then yeah, just mistakes just happen, especially in a category like this that is as dependent on a couple of hit or miss skips.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it just happens sometimes. You want to run a game, but the game just refuses to cooperate, and there is nothing you can do. It's just one of those days, sadly.
Yeah. On your own stream, or PB attempts on your own time, you can always just say like, "Oh, I'll just try again tomorrow." But in a tournament, unfortunately, that means losing the match.
And especially in this particular case, when we're talking loser's bracket, which means the loser of this match unfortunately has to leave the tournament. Oh, okay. Very interesting clip from Hogbit.
Alright, Deku now approaching his last two stages. Let's see how these go. Yeah, clean Skydeck here from Deku.
That was just lovely.
Yeah. Really good sandhill here from Foxbit. Not a bit bumpy here in that section, but not had any airtime so far, so that is always really nice. Ooh, little bit there, but... And made it through the end. So yeah, really good sandhill here.
Let's go. You love to see it.
Alright, Deku now at the end of Speed Highway, looking like a solid 48, I think that is. Very nice.
It's really hard to tell, unfortunately. Yeah, I think that was 48. Just one more Egg Walker.
Ooh, Deku got an early egg walker split. I hope he can fix that before making it to the end. I suppose if not, we can always just add the egg walker IL time to whatever time it currently says on the splits. That should be roughly accurate. Yeah, sometimes the auto splitter malfunctions on this boss, unfortunately. No, Foxbit taking another death.
That was really rough.
Okay, Deku fixed it. Should be like 11:05 or something like this.
It was 11:10. Not sure.
Yeah, but it ran a bit longer after the
Uh-oh.
boss. I think it was probably a couple seconds lower.
No! Fuck it! No. Oh, man.
Oh, he's having a real rough time here. That is so sad. You hate to see it.
I can only imagine what Foxbit feels right now. Must be really rough to have a meltdown like that in a tournament setting. I mean, I've been there for sure, so...
Yeah, like sometimes the mistakes just start piling up and there's nothing really you can do. It happens to the best of us. Really good speed highway here from Foxbit. Hitting the antenna jump as well. Looking like really smooth lines throughout the level so far.
Really nice.
Low 49, yeah, very solid. Alright, let's hope for a good finale here from Foxbit. Got a nice quick first two hits.
Ooh, too fast there.
Right, one more hit, and we are done here.
GG's.
GG, yeah. Yeah, that was a rough last lap here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but it happens. Sometimes just stuff doesn't work out. See if these runners wanna join us for a little interview here. And there they are. Welcome, Deku and Foxbit.
What's
Hello
good?
there.
Yeah, first of all, congrats, Deku, on the win here. You had a really solid match, it looks like. It was very close throughout the first lap, but yeah, you didn't really leave much room to Foxbit to catch up. So you played like super solid throughout, pretty much, aside from the one death in Eggwalker that you took in the first lap. But other than that, it was super solid. How are you feeling?
The first lap was a complete disaster. Outside of that, I think it was fine. I am not too happy about my egg walkers. I feel like I didn't get a single good one, but I did get one cycle egg hornet every time, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I really would like to go back to the VOD and see what happened in the Enter Ice Cap, like the Ice Cap clip on the first lap.
Oh yeah.
You guys see that?
Yeah, that was really
what
funny.
happened there? And like, after all that, I saved it and I was still out of bounds, but I didn't realize that, and I clipped back in bounds. And after I clipped back, I was like, man, I could have just went straight to the Ice Cap.
Yeah, that was quite the series of events you got there.
I was just so shocked I couldn't even think straight.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't really have much else to say from me. GG's Foxbit. Looks like he had a pretty rough time.
I just need a hug, man. I had so many meltdowns. It was unreal, and I PB'd during practice too. Everything was going well, and then the match came on and nothing worked. Not a single one cycle. I didn't get ice key skip first try at all. The super jumps weren't looking too hot. I had to go for ice cap clip 2 and failed it every single time. And yeah, it's just and then my controller disconnected during Egg Hornet, causing me to not even get the 2 cycle. I fucking died on it. So yeah, it was rough, but honestly, I'm happy with my performance in general, just regarding the tournament, and it's absolutely no shame losing to one such a prolific runner as Deku.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm glad to have gotten the
Didn't really
chance.
do much about controller issues. That's
Yeah,
just
it's rough.
really annoying. I hate when that happens.
But yeah, I'm taking it on the chin. I had a lot of fun this tournament, and I improved a lot over just the short span of time I've gotten back into Tell's story. So yeah, I'm overall just happy with the results, and yeah, GG's to Deku. You, I got beat, ending my run here.
That's great that there's like a silver lining here, I suppose. Like, I was definitely very impressed with a lot of the stuff I've seen from you throughout the tournament, and it's just, you know, winning against Deku.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, winning against Deku is not easy in any ways, but it's a shame it ended like this. But yeah, you've definitely did a really good job throughout the tournament, so you can definitely be proud of that.
Yeah, thank you so much. That's very kind.
Yeah, I agree with him. Like, I was talking about that in the beginning. You know, your debut on this tournament was definitely one of the more pleasant surprises. It's really nice to see like new runners that can do so much. Like, it's really impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what was your PB when you started the tournament?
I entered with adjusted for fast SADX because my PB was a vanilla PB. I think it was around I think it was 12.4, something around that.
Oh,
Oh
wow.
yeah, you improved like a minute.
The only time I ran Tao's story before was like about 2 years ago, and I ran until I had the sub 20, and came out of that with 1940 something, and that's sort of where I stopped. But yeah, I've improved a lot, and I intend to keep going. I'm gonna break the sub 11.
Yeah, that's
Oh, you got
awesome.
this.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you can make some great moves in Tail Story here. You've absolutely shown how much you've improved and how you're capable of getting some really solid runs going. So yeah, best of luck with your future Tails endeavors.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, do we have any final words from the runners here?
I'm looking at the VOD trying to see what my time was. So I unsplit, and the timer was at 11:08. I can send a screenshot because they gave me 11:09. I need that second, you know. All right. All right, cool. All right, that's it for me.
Yeah. Anything from you want to say, Foxbit, before we sign off here?
I said pretty much all I had to say, honestly. So,
All right.
yeah.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, so the Sasa channel is gonna be signing off for a little while. I think we'll be back in about 5 hours.
Yeah, pretty sure
For
it's 4
the
p.m.
for the rest of the matches for today at 4 p.m. So there's a couple matches lining up later for today. So stay tuned for that. In the meantime, is there any raid target that you want to pick, Deku?
Well, I see there's this French guy called Refrag.
I've heard of that guy.
I've never heard of that guy.
Right,
Wow.
and we should all tell him to go back to Sonic Story. How does that sound, everyone?
All right, yeah, looks like we're going to refrac then. And yeah, we'll see you all later.
Goodbye.
That's the raid message. Go back to Sonic Story.
That is so toxic.
That is
so
pretty damn
I
toxic.
agree.
Just raid him and just bully him to not play Unleash. Alright, goodbye forever.
Goodbye forever.
Goodbye
Bye forever.
forever.